to you to be part of telling this story? And why was it so important for you to tell the story? Because you really led the way in bringing it to the screen.
You know, it all started with Jason Hall, who came to me with this idea based on this autobiography that Chris Kyle had written, and then we just sort of kept throwing it back and forth, and I love the idea of it being structured as a Western and to tell a character study. I hadn't really seen a character study like that about war in a long time, and so we just sort of, and then this guy, Chris Kyle, he was just such an interesting, charismatic figure, and as a man, and then Taya, his wife, and his family. But, you know, never did I think he would be murdered before we would ever, you know, so, and then that horrible tragedy happened, and then it just became quite a responsibility to tell the story, actually, and we felt like we wanted to tell it, and Taya said, you know, if you're going to do it right, get it right, and let's tell it now, and then we were just lucky enough to have Sienna Miller come along, and Clint Eastwood, and then we got it going.
And what is something that you learned? Because I know you spoke with Chris, you had conversations with him
in
the beginning. One conversation, and you obviously had Taya throughout. So what is something that you learned from them beyond his book and the military stats that you really wanted to convey?
I mean, that's really a question for you.
Yeah, because you had her.
I had her, but she had tons of home videos, and we read all of their email correspondence when he was on tour. She kept everything because she never knew whether he'd make it back. So, you know, when you have access to that kind of information, you get a side to someone that no one really ever sees, and you see the family man, you see how loving he was, and I think that Bradley really brings that heart, that balance between him as the military man, but also this, you know, this soulful, loving father.
Yeah, and speaking of prep,
You're welcome, Amy.
I'm coming home.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Babe, come home, okay? You know, we miss you.
And then in terms of the prep, how intense was that, the rifle training? How proficient did you get? Like, what was that like?
You know, I didn't really base it at all on the book. It was really based on all the source material that I had of Chris.
Did it give you an added perspective on the everyday for our troops and what it must be like for them coming home and adjusting at home?
I don't know if it gave us a perspective, because there's nothing like being in the actual walking the shoes, but you know, it was a keyhole into, you know, that life. And one thing that we were able to do was explore this man's life and this woman's life and their children and their family, and in doing so, hopefully get just a nugget, a kernel of truth that people who actually have gone through that and are going through it can relate to it and not feel alone.
Do you think more attention needs to be brought to that, though?
Yes, of course. No question about it. Yeah, absolutely.
Have you received any reaction from veterans or troops
Tons.
who've seen the film?
Massive reactions, yeah.
Can you share?
Oh, yeah, it's been incredible. I mean, just incredible, the amount of response. It's everything we could have possibly hoped for, in the sense of people feeling like, even though it's a movie, it's accurate enough, and in terms of the emotional and sort of familial sort of sense of reality, that it's completely accurate. And then we're able to go to places like, we're going to go to Walter Reed tomorrow, and then BAMC, this vet hospital in San Antonio, with Chris's family, and show the movie and talk to vets. And that guy Jacob, who was a Marine Corps sniper at the end of the movie, he was the first Marine to go to that hospital, and he was there for 15 months. And, you know, just be able to actually take it to the very people that we're talking about is incredible.